Yo guys, what's up? We have a huge college football Thursday. I got 7 plays for you guys in this video, and we have a play that can turn $100 into over $530. So we have a banger of a video here, and this is really the first day of college football that we have a lot of games to bet on, and I don't care what anyone says. Just because it's a Thursday does not mean that there are not good games on. So make sure to drop a like on this video. It's free. It takes 1 second. Please, everybody, just take 1 second. Drop a like on this video. I'm so stoked to have a lot of college games today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. I post these free pick videos for you every single day, and I'm going to try to help you guys make as much money as humanly possible this whole college football and NFL season. So make sure to subscribe so miss any of the future videos. Before we get into the plays today, you can see right here, we were killing it last year. Again, like I just said, I'm going to try to help you guys make a ton of money this season. We're going to talk about strategies, talk about games. It's going to be a great video. Cannot wait to get into it. Before we do, we're going to talk about this more throughout the rest of the video. Right now, what you guys need to do, take 5 minutes out of your day. You could do it when you're done watching this video. You can do it while you're watching the video. But all you have to do, go to the links down below in the description of this video. Download the Sleeper app or the Parlay Play app, or even both if you want. But download at least one of these apps. I would probably say if you're only going to get one, probably do the Sleeper one, but it doesn't really matter. Download one of these apps. They're both basically the same thing. Right when you download it, it's going to ask you if you have a promo code. Type in code GHOST. You get $100 deposit match when you use promo code GHOST and you sign up. So when you use code GHOST, $100 deposit match on both of these apps. And Sleeper will give you a free 0.5 square as well, which is a huge advantage. And again, like I said at the beginning of the video, we're going to try to take this $100 that you get today, and you can bet as much as you want, obviously. But if you want, we're going to try to turn the $100 into $500 with a couple plays here with the games on Thursday. So again, make sure to do that. Links down below. Use promo code GHOST. You get $100 to bet with this coming weekend and the rest of the season. So make sure to do that. And again, we're going to try to turn that $100 into $500 in this video right here. So let's hop into the plays. Again, that stuff, the information all down below. Just make sure to use code GHOST. But let's hop into the plays. So like I said, 7 free plays for you guys. The first 3 plays we're going to do are the main plays that I like. It's a 3-leg. That is the parlay that I really love today. We'll talk about the 4 plays after that. The first play of the day we're going to, boys, okay? And again, this is really the first day of college games we have. Last weekend, one of our guys got hurt, so we basically ended up only betting on one dude. It was really boring. Today's going to be more fun. First play, London Montgomery under 50.5 rushing yards. He's playing for East Carolina. He's playing against NC State in this game. They already played last season in their bowl game against NC State. He only had 16 rushing yards. I believe he had like 7 or 8 carries in that game, so he did not play good in that game at all. East Carolina in general played okay, right? They played all right. I actually think East Carolina somehow ended up winning that game. But if you look at this East Carolina team, again, 50.5 rushing yards, that, in my eyes, is way too high of a line. The reason for that is because, again, he did not play good against them last season. NC State's run defense isn't fantastic by any means, but when you're playing an East Carolina team whose O-line isn't that great either, it's a pretty decent matchup for the NC State defense here. On top of this, London Montgomery is splitting time with not only one, but 2 other running backs. Literally, ECU right now is going into this game, and all the news coming out of their training camp, spring training, whatever, is saying that they have 3 running backs that are going to touch the ball. If there's 3 running backs that are going to touch the ball, I'm taking the under on one of them. I'm taking the under on probably all of them. If you have 3 guys that are going to take carries away, and you didn't even play that good against this team last season. On top of that, obviously, you're going to lose this game. You're projected to lose by 2 touchdowns, so you can't run the ball the whole game. They're probably only going to run the ball in the first half. By the second half, it's going to be a blowout. You're going to have to pass the ball. So if you're only running in the first half, you got 2 other guys taking carries from you, and you're playing a better defense who you didn't do good against last season. Got to take the under at 50.5 rushing yards for London Montgomery. I'm not hating on the guy. I'm not hating on the team. I love East Carolina, but at the end of the day, you're probably going to get smoked by NC State. You're going to get BTA by NC State in this game. So you got to take the under for rushing yards with London Montgomery. The second play we have is going to be over, and we're going to be taking Billy Edwards over his passing touchdowns, which I don't even understand why this is a line, at 1.5. If you don't know who Billy Edwards is, we took him so much last season when he played for Maryland. Now he transferred to Wisconsin. He's playing Miami of Ohio in this game. Wisconsin also has a new offensive coordinator who does like to run the ball, but he also likes to have a very balanced offense and pass the ball deep down the field. Billy Edwards in this game, obviously Wisconsin should win by probably 3 touchdowns. And if they win by 3 touchdowns, the only reason I would not take a Billy Edwards over on like passing yards or something like that is because it might be a blowout and then you might get taken out of the game. But when you bet on passing touchdowns, that's basically insurance for, a blowout, because it's not, if he's not passing for at least 2 touchdowns, it's not going to be a blowout unless they rush for 5, 6 touchdowns, which obviously is very rare. So I don't see them doing that. So Billy Edwards should play either the entire game or he should only play the first half because he already threw 2 touchdowns in the first half. So 1.5 passing touchdowns for Billy Edwards. Insane. Again, last season for Maryland, he was passing for a ton of yards, passing for a lot of touchdowns, and you're playing Miami of Ohio, dude. If you can't throw 2 touchdowns against Miami of Ohio, you should not be playing football, man. Hang it up, dude. It's Miami of Ohio. Throw for 2 touchdowns. Come on, Billy Edwards. We all believe in you. This is just a warm-up game for you. You should throw 3 or 4 touchdowns in this game. The dude is good. I don't care what the graph says. If you watched him play last season at Maryland, he was a good quarterback. So we're hoping he could throw for 2 touchdowns in this game. Third play we have to finish off this 3-man, Dane Key for Nebraska. Nebraska's offense is going to be way better this season. Everything out of spring training, everybody is hyped for this offense. You got Dylan Raiola throwing the ball in his second sophomore season, so he should be playing a lot better this year. Offensive coordinator finally had the offseason to really get his guys ready. This is only his, he only played half or only coached for half the season last year. So he finally had a full offseason to get the offense ready. Nebraska has a ton of transfer wide receivers, but Dane Key is the main dude. He's a transfer from Kentucky. He's a stud. He's already, just an hour ago before making this video, he just got named as a captain for this team. So he should be a stud. Nebraska should throw for a ton of yards against Cincinnati. Dylan Raiola last season was top 10 in the country throwing against zone defenses. Cincinnati ran the second most zone defense in the entire country last year. You could not ask for a better matchup for Nebraska and Dylan Raiola than this Cincinnati defense. I promise you guys, Dylan Raiola should have a massive, massive day. And if he does, Dane Key at 50.5 receiving yards, ridiculous. It should probably be at 75 receiving yards. So I like him a lot at 50 receiving yards, taking the over on Dane Key. So this is going to be the 3-leg play that we love that, again, can turn $100, and I'll show you right here. I put $100 on Sleeper to show you guys. On Sleeper, the payout's even bigger. So you're getting the $100 deposit match by using code GHOST, and you get a bigger payout. So right here, $100 for $532. This is the exact play that we have. So lock this in right now. Again, you don't have to put all $100 on, obviously, but if you guys want to ride, you can ride. If you only want to throw 5, 10, $20 on it, whatever. But again, highly recommend. Link down below. Use promo code GHOST. You get a $100 deposit match on Sleeper. Then you could throw that in on this play right here, and then you're not even losing any money if you lose. So that's the 3-man I really like. And then for fun, we got a 4-man. So let's hop in just because I'm so hyped for the season. Let's run a 4-man for fun. It's going to be a longer video, but literally who cares? It's college football. I'll take 3 hours talking about it if I have to. Last season, if you watch any of the videos, you know the best way to bet on college football was wide receiver quarterback correlated plays. So what I mean by that is if you're taking a quarterback over on his passing yards, you're taking his best receiver over on receiving yards, and then more than likely, if the quarterback throws for 300 yards, your receiver's going to get 100 of that yards or whatever, right? So if you have the quarterback throwing for a ton of yards, the best receiver's going to get a ton of receiving yards, and it cashed so many 4-legs for us last year. It was stupid. It's such a cheat code. So what we're doing again here, we're obviously doing that same exact technique. The first game we're going to be going to is going to be Caton Hauser right here for Eastern Carolina. And again, 236 passing yards. They should be losing against NC State. Should have to pass the ball, so I like him to throw over 236 here. In a situation like this, you just have to pass the ball. So if we're expecting him to pass the ball 40 times in this game, hopefully he should at some point get to 236 yards. I like that play right there. And then to correlate, he has a wide receiver that is very, very correlated. Anthony Smith right here. You can see the graphs are the exact same. Basically, last season, 90% of the games, every single time Hauser went over his passing yards, Anthony Smith went over his receiving yards. Basically every single game. Because if Caton Hauser, again, it's very simple math, guys. If he's throwing for 250 yards, so many of his deep balls goes to Anthony Smith that he should get at least 60 of those yards. He'll probably end up getting 80 or more of those yards. So that is a very correlated play. So I like that right there. And then the second game we're going to go to help us out there is going to be, I believe we're going to go in this Nebraska game and we're taking Cincinnati's quarterback, Brendan Sorsby. Very, very good. I wouldn't say he's, one of the best in the Big 12, but I would say he's probably top 8, top 7 in the Big 12. So he's a pretty good quarterback coming back this year. He doesn't always throw for a ton of yards, but that was because last season they had a very good running back, one of the best in the entire country. He is gone now, so they don't have a stud running back anymore. They're probably going to have to pass the ball more than they did last year. And they're playing Nebraska, who, again, they should be losing to. So if they're losing to Nebraska in this game, they should have to pass the ball to keep up and catch up. So 215 yards for Brendan Sorsby, taking the over there. And then for his receiver, we're going to be going to his tight end and taking the over on Joy Rower right here. So he was with him last season. It's his tight end. We don't have to worry about any transfers, tight end twos, nothing like that. He's the main tight end. At tight end position, he's going to get basically every single target. He might miss one target, maybe, but he's going to get 99% of the targets in the tight end position. And again, very similar situation. 99% of games last season when Sorsby went off had like 250, 300 passing yards. Royer had like 50, 80 receiving yards. So both these teams, both these guys, very, very correlated. But this is just a 4-man for fun. You have basically a 5%, maybe 10% chance of hitting this, but it is just for fun. And with college football finally back, I'm excited. So I wanted to show you guys my favorite correlated play. So it's going to be that right there. We're taking ECU's duo, and then we're taking Cincinnati's duo right there to finish off that 4-man. So that's going to be my fun 4-man for you. If you guys want to block that in, go ahead. If not, it doesn't matter, whatever. But the main 3 plays we got are these plays right here. And again, ride with me, boys. Let me know in the comments if you're riding with this play. $100 turns into $532. Again, you don't obviously have to bet the full $100. Do whatever you want, but I would recommend for this weekend with all the upcoming games, lock in on Sleeper using code GHOST, $100 deposit match, and a free square, and then you can lock that play in if you want. But other than that, make sure to drop a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe. So hyped we have football back. And last but not least, again, these links for these apps are down below in the description. Make sure you use code GHOST before you deposit, though. It has to be before you deposit. Otherwise, it does not count it, and then you won't get free money. You won't get a free play, so you have to make sure you have code GHOST locked in before. But with that being said, these are the 3 main plays I have for you guys for these games on Thursday. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.